All right, let's do something a little bit fun. Jordan Gall, what is going on with this Allbirds deal?
Oh, yeah.
What is going on?
Oh, my God. Look, I just talked about passion. I just talked about things that interest you. Oh, man, this is my favorite. This stuff is my favorite. Oh, okay. So, all right, I'll try to explain my point of view on this. The first reaction is, another sign of a bubble. People are doing ridiculous things, right? Like Kodak turning into like a crypto thing for the attention online. Okay, fine. The story that we
explain what happened. Like what is this?
The story that we see, like the from the outside looking in, the picture that we're getting is Allbirds. I'm wearing their shoes right now. Is a shoe company. It was one of the first direct-to-consumer darlings selling shoes direct online.
Yeah.
They picked up an enormous amount of attention. Everybody loved them. They were cool for a minute, and all the tech people were wearing them. Then they went public. I think they reached a valuation of like $4 billion. So, amazing success. Amazing. And unfortunately, the business didn't work out. Things got competitive, customer acquisition became difficult, lifetime value wasn't what they wanted it to be. They opened retail stores, that ended up burning money and not working. And sadly, the company didn't work out and therefore was moving toward bankruptcy. So the story that people are seeing and talking about and commenting on is that it is absurd for a shoe company to just wake up one day and say, you know what? We're actually an AI company. And ooh, would you look at that? Our stock price went up 800%. And isn't this
investors?
Okay. So
I'm retail, right?
Who's investing in that?
I'm gonna get there. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we see.
Yeah,
and that's fun to comment on because it's absurd.
Yes.
Here's what my interpretation of what really happened.
Okay.
This is a reverse merger into a public company shell. What that means is the most valuable asset that Allbirds Incorporated, the legal company, owned became the fact that they're a publicly listed company with access to the capital markets. And in that situation, when that is more valuable than your shoe company, you admit defeat, but instead of going into bankruptcy, why would you do that? What you do is you take your shoe-related intellectual property and assets, you sell them off to AEG, I believe, which is an e-commerce holding company that manages a bunch of e-commerce stores, a lot of brands that we would know. I think they own things, I don't know if it's the same company, but a lot of these holding companies own like Toys R Us, things that are like very recognizable, and they manage them and they know what they're doing and they're going to make more money selling Allbirds shoes. Fantastic. What you've done is you've taken your IP and your inventory and you've turned that into $39 million in cash. There's a good start. So now your investors, your board, your management team, the people involved in Allbirds Incorporated, now all of a sudden you're much better off than a zero. You're far better off. You're $39 million better off.
Yeah.
Then what you do is you go out and you find, and I'm saying you do, it's tough to know who the parties are and who's involved and who's making it, right? But these are human beings, people and companies making these decisions.
Is it the original leadership team?
Very unlikely.
Yeah.
Because those people don't care to run an AI infrastructure company. Okay.
Yeah.
So now you have a public shell company. You have Allbirds Incorporated that is no longer in the shoe business. But it has access to the capital markets. It's gotten all the filings. It's gotten all the legal render. All the stuff is buttoned up. You are a public company. So what you do is you go out and you find an institutional investor and you say, if you can commit $50 million to us as an investment, we will use that to buy hardware to sell to the open market that needs more inference. Great. What the institutional investor then does is say, great, I will commit $50 million. I'm actually going to give you $5 million. And in exchange for that, you're going to give me a convertible structure, a convertible note. I'm going to lend you $50 million. And in exchange, that's going to be convertible at your current stock price minus 20%. So I'm going to buy $50 million worth of stock at $2 a share. Then you're going to go out to the press and you're going to make a big announcement. Everyone's going to make fun of you, but you're going to get a lot of attention. And guess what? AI infrastructure and selling that as a commodity to the open market that needs inference, it's a much better business than a shoe business. And that business is totally fine to value at $150 million. So then the stock price goes up to 20. The management team now has a capitalized public company with money and access to more money and a lot of attention. And the institutional investor just made a ridiculous upside because they put $5 million in cash, made a promise, and is now able to exercise $50 million worth of stock at $2 when it's actually at 18.
Wow.
And
Is
now
this live right now? Because the stock is moving while we're talking.
Oh, is it?
It's
Okay.
live. It never got delisted, which is the single most valuable thing that it had in its possession. And so some people made a lot of money on day one, and now if the business does well and turns into a nice boring infrastructure company with AI inference to sell, then they're going to do ridiculously well on the investment. So we see this thing to make fun of, but somebody very crafty made a very smart move with a group of people, and I see this thing and I love it. I love it.
I mean, the stock's up. It was up. Let's see. It's up 372%, 373% in the past 5 days.
Right, and you see this big spike in all the attention, and now the company can sell stock to the open market to raise even more money to buy more infrastructure to turn it into a real business. So whether or not it succeeds, I don't know. But the move itself, you have to appreciate for doing it at this level so publicly, being willing to take all the arrows, the attention, the heat, all that stuff, but beautifully executed, at least on the surface.